Hello, hello, hello! Happy Monday! It's Naveen with Naveen's Cuisine, and today I am making chicken mole. In order to do that, we have to boil some chicken. Ideally, a whole chicken would be great. Cut in pieces, put in water and some seasoning. But I don't have a whole chicken. I do have 4 chicken breasts, and that would be great. Everything off the bone is wonderful. So I had some salt, some pepper, water to cover it. I'm going to throw in some bay leaf. I'm going to lower the heat and put the lid on and let it simmer until the chicken is nice and soft, falling off the bone and easy to kind of like just pull away from the bone. See you in a bitty. Chicken is cooked. I have it here cooling off while saving the stock. Hello, hello, hello. It's Monday morning or afternoon. Actually, it's evening. Where does the time go? And I am making chicken mole from scratch. And after boiling a whole chicken or equivalent of and removing it to cool off and keeping the broth to the side, we are gathering our ingredients. We have 3 4-inch tortillas torn up, 1 disc 3.17 ounces Mexican chocolate, and this is a great brand you find in the Mexican aisle in the supermarkets or specialty stores. We have a 1/4 cup raisins, 1 tablespoon coriander seeds, 1 tablespoon anise seeds, 5 cloves, 1 cinnamon stick, 2 ounces of pasilla ancho peppers, dried, 3/4 cups sesame seed, 1/4 cup blanched almonds, a 1/4 cup pepita, and 5 tablespoons of canola oil. Meanwhile, we're gonna get a blender ready. We're gonna get a skillet nice and hot, and we are toasting the sesame seeds until nice and golden. A couple of minutes. Then we will put half of it in the blender and half in a little bowl or container, because that will be our garnish after the sauce and the chicken, everything is done. Now that the sesame is done, we're going to use the same hot skillet to put in our anise seeds, our 5 cloves, the cinnamon stick, coriander, I'm going to keep stirring until all these beautiful smells, the fragrances come up. So you got the sesame, half of it here and half of it on the side for garnish. Got coriander, anise seed, 5 cloves, and a cinnamon stick going on here. I can smell everything already. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Nowadays we have blenders, food processors. Back then they had the molcajote, which is the mortar and pestle, and they did everything. They ground everything that way. Took about half a day just getting all the ingredients together and grinding it. God bless them. But we can do the same quality sauce today with a blender or a food processor. The smell is amazing right now, so I'm gonna throw everything in the blender right here. So you're gonna take the seeds and the stem out of the ancho peppers, and you're gonna fry them in 4 tablespoons of canola oil. Make sure everything is kind of covered with the oil. I'm highly allergic to peppers. I try to avoid them like the plague. I'm taking a chance today. I wore some latex gloves when I was taking the seeds and the stem off. And hopefully I will survive this one. It's nice when you take a recipe, it's really nice to make it from scratch. No shortcuts. Meantime, here's our broth, and we skimmed about 4 cups. It's gonna go in the blender later. And over here there's a bowl with hot water. Once our pepper is all nice and fried, we're gonna throw it in that hot water for 30 minutes to soften up. Smells good. All these spices and chili ancho. So we have our chili right here, soaking in hot water for a good 30 minutes. Meantime, in the same skillet and the same oil, we're gonna drop the pepitas, the almonds, the raisins, and the tortilla. Ooh, I'm getting choking already from the cooking of the peppers. I'm putting everything, gonna saute everything together until the tortilla is nice and golden. It's a lot of different layers, that sauce. One of the most intense sauces to make because of all the different ingredients and the different times to fry this and saute that. And I'm gonna keep stirring it around. When the tortilla is nice and golden, everything goes back in here again. Our wonderful blender. Look how beautiful and toasted that is. With a slotted spoon. We're gonna take all this out, throw them in the blender. Just have to be patient, and you have to get all the ingredients ready before you start, because there's a lot of ingredients and measuring and such. So now I picked all the peppers that were soaking in the hot water, and I also added the water that was soaking in. Now we'll put everything in the blender now. In a Dutch pan, Dutch oven or a big pan. Puts the rest, all the oil that was left from frying the ingredients. And now that we have blended the pepper mix, we're gonna throw it here. And we're gonna have it going around, cooking for a while. I'll just keep stirring it for about 15 minutes. And then we're gonna add the chocolate and the chicken broth, a little salt, and we are ready to rock and roll. So the sauce is nice and bubbling now. I'm gonna add in the chocolate. Keep stirring until the chocolate is dissolved. The smells in the house are fantastic. Between the toasted seeds, coriander, anise, cloves, and cinnamon. I went to the garage to get something from the fridge there. I walked in, I was like, wow, that smells so good. Then we're gonna add the 4 cups of chicken broth. And taste it if you want to add salt. And just let it simmer until nice and thick, to a nice thick consistency. So we can pour it over the chicken and over some plain white rice. See you in a bitty. The sauce is fantastic. The aromas are amazing. I had to add just 1 tablespoon of cornstarch towards the end, just so I can get that nice thick consistency. So I just added 1 tablespoon of cornstarch in half a cup of water, stirred it up, and then added it into the sauce and blended it together while it's boiling. And now it's the perfect consistency. After the chicken was cooked, now I took it off the bone and kind of pulled it and added it to the sauce, and it's now ready to pour over some white rice. And buon appetito!